Hi everybody, how are you doing today? We're just taking a little stroll down
Memory lane?
memory lane.
And talk about memory, this is Cell Memory Lane, huh?
It is Cell Memory Lane. It's a little windy today.
Yeah.
But we were
feels
gonna
good.
Yeah. We were gonna talk about oh my god, look at that weed.
Oh my god, that's like
Look at
really,
that weed
really
right
tall.
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of weeds.
Yeah.
We were going to talk, I wanted to talk about, and Chrissy agreed.
Yeah, because this is interesting.
Yeah, Michael Jackson, a past life about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we had a YouTube viewer ask about him.
Yes, we did.
So, now we're getting to it.
Yeah, and he hasn't had that many past lives really. I'm only picking up like 3, maybe 4.
You know, I have to say real quick, that reminds me of Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Remember when
She didn't have any life.
she was like a young soul, as they say. Not a young soul, we're all an old soul.
We're all the same.
But not, well, it wasn't an innocent soul. It was something like, I can't remember the term, but a soul that hasn't had a lot of lives,
Right.
that's all.
Yeah.
You know, it's just interesting.
Because in essence, we're all old souls.
Yeah, exactly. We're all created at the same time. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. But,
Okay. But he hadn't had many
no.
lives.
And the ones that he did have, he came in pretty quickly, I would guess. I mean, I'm guessing that time frame, I'm not sure. With Bojangles. And I don't know if people remember Mr. Bojangles with Shirley Temple. He was a really prolific dancer, and I don't know if he sang that all that much, but I know he danced really well. His name was Bill Robinson. And that was Michael Bojangles and Michael Jackson was Bojangles in a past life. And they had the similarities, I guess I don't know that much about Bojangles, but I know his lesson in life was to be able to, how do you say, not stick up for yourself, but be comfortable with yourself.
Really?
In essence, because I mean, I don't know if how do I say it? It really mattered to him what people thought about him in terms of his community, because he did make it in a time frame where a lot of black actors or entertainers didn't.
Right, right.
You know, so I think he was feeling a little guilty about that.
That makes sense.
So then he tried to make up for that by giving his money away. And he gave it away to charities and stuff, but he died broke.
Wow.
He couldn't even pay for his funeral.
Wow.
You know, so
really? It was that bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, what was a lesson that he didn't learn that Michael Jackson ended up having to learn? Pretty much the same thing. You know, being comfortable with yourself and not really, it's not that you don't care about what other people think, but to the point that it affects your life, that you're always trying to please other people.
That's interesting.
You know, because Michael Jackson kind of went through a lot of those kinds of things too, but what they did pick up was that talent for movement and making people happy that way. And of course Michael Jackson with his singing and all that stuff, you know, so, but I think towards the end, because I believe that's why he had to do that last concert.
Tour.
Yeah, because he was running out of money.
Running out of money.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's interesting, and
Yeah.
it makes sense, because in this life, it did seem like he was trying to, it did seem like he cared a lot about what the public thought, which
Yeah.
I know a lot of celebrities must, you know.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people
you know,
do.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But-
that thing with the children, that really,
Really got to him.
it devastated them. Yeah.
Yeah, because I always felt like he was coming from a pure motive. You know?
he wasn't.
He wasn't hurting children.
No.
I mean, I never felt that either.
No, he
And
wasn't.
you know, when you pointed out about Mr. Bojangles, and then watching a little bit of him with the little Shirley Temple and how he would hold hands.
Yeah.
And you were saying about how he wanted her to call him, no, he would call her darling.
Yeah.
And he was just so cute with her,
yeah.
you know.
Really gentle, and he didn't have children of his own. Where
Scenario.
Michael Jackson really wanted children.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did adopt.
He'd adopted, and I think a couple of them are his. Because I know Paris
Oh, that's
is,
right. That's right.
because he had it with the dentist assistant or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that was, their lesson, and I don't know pretty much if they learned it, but Michael Jackson had a lot of charities that he was into as well, and stuff like that. So he cared about the planet and children. And
Definitely. And
Yeah.
then another thing you had brought up too was that you were picking up on a life that he had as a
woman.
And that
And it was an entertainer as well.
I mean, if you look
Yeah.
at how he moves and his
Yeah.
his talent is just off the chart.
It was like beyond this world, I have to tell you. If
Yeah.
you really watched the way he moved, it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, in this
Yeah.
life and Bojangles' life, I mean, wow.
Because Bojangles revolutionized tap dancing, right? He made
Oh.
up a new way of doing it,
Just
where
like,
everybody was flat-footed, and then he went to the toes.
and look at Michael Jackson on his toes in this life dancing.
Yeah.
It's like he brought that cell memory, that talent forward,
Yeah,
which is what we want to do with positive cell memory.
exactly.
And
But
then,
what's interesting too is that well, of course, I'm sure the angels that we have around us are been with us lifetime after lifetime kind of thing. But the angel that came for Bojangles came for Michael Jackson.
oh, that's so amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what's so cool. It's because one of the things Angus told us through Vera is that we have our same angel in every one of our lives.
Yeah.
So as we were saying, we turned around. We're on the way back now.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna add that it's really cool because one of the things that we learned from Angus through Vera is that we have the same angel lifetime after lifetime. So it's our personal angel that will come to us. Like in this case, when we go, our virtue angel, like his, will be the same one, and it's assigned to him, and it's because of, we're more familiar with them. It's
Right.
familiarity, and it's comforting, and it helps us in that
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah. It was so cool because Michael was like running to meet his angel. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he had a whole bunch of people there, right? But this angel, because I think he really felt that angel around him a lot. I know he had more than one, but there was this one special one that he really felt a connection to. And he would dream about,
Really?
yeah, stuff like that. I don't know,
That's
maybe
so
his
neat.
kids would know more or something if he ever felt that. But yeah, it
That's
was
so
pretty cool.
neat.
He was just like so excited. I didn't notice that was upside down.
Oh, me neither. So, Vera, do you pick up any details about his life as a woman?
That's what I was. No, I haven't. Not yet.
Not yet.
I know he's in a long dress, or she's in a long dress, and she was like a dancer too.
So he's had this talent.
Yeah.
It's his passion, and it's his.
Yeah, that's his gift.
That's his gift
to the world. Yeah, because it was such a gift, because he made so many people happy.
with his talent.
Yeah, I mean, look at the fans that he had that were with him to the very end.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because this reminds me of another thing Angus had told us once, is that we all have a special gift
Yeah.
that we've had through lifetime after lifetime.
Hi.
Hi. And
puppy.
and for some of us, it's the dancing, it's the singing. For others, it's the message that we give people. But whatever the gift is, Angus was saying that we can help people to feel a certain way through our gift, whether it's healing or empowerment or comfort or whatever,
Yeah.
And so that's really amazing.
That's true, because like I was telling Chrissy earlier this morning, whenever she first came and we were out in my backyard, and I was telling her, I don't know, for some reason I just love pulling weeds. And I thought, you know what? That's why I love hypnosis so much, because it's pulling
Oh my gosh.
things out of people that, you know, you want to, that are weeds, kind of.
Well, it is, because we want our
Yeah.
inner garden to
Yeah.
be without the
Yeah.
weeds. You know, it's fascinating that you say that, because one of the things that we learned before was that the negative programming that we receive in our life are like a seed, or a little burr that gets
Right.
that takes root
Yeah.
in our garden, so to speak, of our
Yeah.
mind. And so we want to uproot those before
Right.
they grow and grow into negative self-beliefs or views through which we see the world,
Right.
or what have you. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, and yours
It's
is your art.
It's so symbolic, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah. So that was
Wow.
it.
Do you feel anything? Do you see anything about with Michael Jackson on the other side at this time?
Oh God, yeah. He's so at peace, so happy. He's with different, you know, entertainers, not just entertainers, but he's like active
I would bet.
on the other side. And you would think that he would be cocooned, huh?
But it doesn't
He
sound like
wasn't.
he even needed it.
No, he wasn't.
You know, it's just neat. He reminds me of a childlike spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
He was just so happy. I mean,
That's neat.
everything was just like off, you know, all of the
All of
burdens,
them,
yeah, because he was done. His chart was done. I'm not saying that this is like for people that their chart is not done. I know people want to go to the other side because they can't take it here anymore, but your chart may not be done.
Right. But even though,
But you have that to look forward to.
and even though it might seem like he was taken from us early, or
Yeah,
that he
he
left
wasn't.
early, he wasn't. It was time for him to go.
Right.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. In one way or another, that last concert would have gotten him,
I see.
you know, in the middle or during or something. So,
Wow.
yeah, this one was just, he had a chance to go and he took it.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for him,
Yeah.
you know, because he did a good job. He shared.
Yeah. Because he had one more life. I mean, exit point.
Really?
Yeah. So he could have not taken that, but he decided
He's ready to
that
go.
he was done. Yeah, his chart was done.
And I'm sure he's, you know, obviously he's still around his daughter
Oh,
and son
yeah,
and visiting
sons,
them.
both of them, and the daughter. In fact, with the daughter, whenever she was trying to commit suicide, so yeah, he was there
Aw.
taking care of them.
Oh, that's
So,
neat.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
sharing us
You're welcome.
this information. And thank you everybody for hanging out with Vera and I today, going on a walk together.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to turn out with all the wind, but
Yeah, we'll
hope
see.
you hang in there.
Yeah, exactly. Hope you have a great week,
Yeah.
and we will see you next Saturday.
All right.